business, and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy.
Top of the muffin to you, Doctor.
It's the best part of the muffin.
That's why it's top of the muffin.
Happy belated Father's Day to you and everybody else.
Happy belated Father's Day to you and everyone else. Ooh, they just got two in 2 minutes.
2 minutes? What about 2 minutes?
Or, sorry, 1 minute. They just got two Happy Father's Days within 1 minute.
No.
Might be a new record.
Francis, happy Monday.
Oh, cool. Couldn't get worse than yesterday.
So, here we are, mid-June, June 16th. We haven't talked since June 2nd.
Oh, boy.
Anything been happening?
Just
You,
wondering why
morning, Steve.
my focus is off. There's a light right there.
Mm.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's part of being a business owner.
Has nothing to do with the business. Nothing to do with that.
Andrew says happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Has nothing to do with the business?
Nope. So,
All right.
as I've mentioned, I have a
I guess
grandbaby.
we have nothing to talk about, everybody.
Oh, no, we got plenty to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So everybody, as most people know, I have a grandbaby on the way, and I in my downstairs level there is a kitchen where my daughter and her person is going to live for at least the next year. So I decided to renovate the kitchen that's down there. Got all the cabinets out, ripped up the flooring. Everything's good. Then realized that there were some holes in the wall. Like, oh, all right, well, just got to re-drywall, so tear it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not just some drywall. We have a completely rotted sill plate, and our back wall is sagging.
Oh. No, sagging is not good.
No, so we got to figure out what to do with that guy.
All right.
All while having a barbecue restaurant and such, and a food truck that's going out like 4 times this week.
Wow.
Good times. That's why.
Look at you go.
More gray than normal.
All right.
Other than that, the last on that debacle, the last 2 weeks has been pretty good, pretty well, pretty fulfilling. We had our first annual or inaugural. We'll call it. I was corrected. It's not first annual, but it's inaugural. Father's Day barbecue bash here at the shop. We did like $2,000 in an hour and a half. Finished with almost 3, and not much left over. So I actually cooked pretty good for the event.
Good.
Get going. Got to get going.
Okay. So we've covered Skippy's personal issues and 1 day of the 14 days since we've been on the air.
Please hold. I got to figure out this reports. There we go. I got to figure out this new system thing that they got here.
Did you get your new register ordered yet?
I might need 2 of them. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Jason.
I may need 2.
Yeah, one for the truck, one for the restaurant.
Yeah,
That
because
would make sense.
the one for the shop was a used one that I got from a friend. So yeah. So you were texting me last week about all your spending. I haven't got a bill for how much this wall project is going to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the last.
I'm probably replacing the turbo in my pickup truck, by the way. So.
When did we talk last? The 2nd?
The 2nd of June.
Okay, let's.
You know, like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, just like yesterday. It feels like yesterday.
Let's see here. From June 3rd to June 15th, we've done about a little over 22 in sales. We're up 32% from the prior 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah. I'm up 25% year over year.
Good morning, Justin.
Hey, Justin. How you doing, bud? Okay, then. All right.
This really feels like a struggle with you this morning, Skippy. It seems like we should have all kinds of things to talk about because you've been busy. There's been 2 weeks of sales that have been awesome, probably. I'm sure there's been some trials and tribulations with trying to juggle all the things.
Well,
you had your first MIS weekend.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Come on, buddy.
I know you got to remind me. I've been going through a lot.
Which you would think would lead to some talking points.
Well, it's more of just where to start. You know, just where to.
June 3rd.
Because at this point, I just want it to end. I don't want to. Okay. All right. June 3rd.
All right. Let's go.
I had to take my truck in to get suspension work done. Yeah.
See, this is all good stuff. Yeah.
Had to do that.
Yeah.
We found out, so race weekend. Wednesday and Thursday were good. Friday absolutely sucked. I didn't realize that they started the race at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Not sucked bad, but just sucked.
Less than you expected.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
If this damn thing would work, okay. Yeah, we had some invoices that were paid. Other than that, it just sucked. Anyway, so we found out all this wall stuff on Saturday. Or no, sorry. We had a food truck event last Saturday. It was an all-day thing. The shop here sold out. We went to a brewery for an anniversary party. We sold out. So Saturday was a good day. I was on TV on Monday, the 9th. I realized that even though I've lost like 40 or so pounds, I still look like a fat ass on TV.
Why were you on TV?
We were promoting our Food Truck Tuesday event that we took over from our local DDA. Yeah, sorry, I told that story a while back, but for any new,
do you have a clip? Is the clip online?
As I'm going through this, I will search for it.
All right, we'd love to play it on the air for everybody.
I have a face for radio, bud.
You realize you're on video right now.
That's what we do. I know. I get it. Okay, I get it.
Sorry, everybody.
Please hold. Oh, hold on. Share screen.
You're always piloting a truck with great.
You hear it or no?
I'll try my best.
Yes, I can. I don't know if anybody else can, but I
Another
can.
question you probably get a lot because I know I've asked it.
Sure.
Where is the peanut butter and jelly in PB&J's barbecue food truck?
I get asked it daily.
when I was a kid, I was such a picky eater that my parents would take me out to dinner, and they would ask the waiter or waitress if they'd make me a PB&J. So I said, when I grow up on the I'm going to own a restaurant, and on the menu, or our adult menu, I'm going to have a PB&J. And for people that have been to our food truck, on our menu is called the infamous PB. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and stop that there. He's a very dry, monotone interviewer. It was literally just our public access channel.
Yep. No, that was TechNex LLC.
Oh.
I was more confused by the name.
How to pronounce it?
TechNex. Bloomington, Minnesota.
Oh.
Consultants. Building automation, energy management, video management.
Oh.
I have no need for you.
So as we were doing this was it was just a very dry interview. As soon as he found out I opened a restaurant, that's all he wanted to talk about. Didn't really get to talk too much about the food truck program and what we're doing and all our community stuff. And yeah, so.
Real quick, Jason says, hey man, losing weight is tough. I know the struggle. Don't beat yourself up. Keep up the good work. You look great, Skippy.
Anyway,
I think you're downright sexy.
I put the beast in sexy beast.
If I wasn't so far away, I would do unthinkable things to you right now.
My mom's listening.
I know. That's why I left it PG.
Anyway, last week we started one new item that we put on the menu.
Uh-huh. Excuse me.
Smoked turkey breast. Bubba will like this Texas-style turkey breast. Because he commented on it. Texas style is the best style. And I said I prefer to call it Skippy style. It went over real well. I basically cooked a turkey breast and gave it to our customers to try, see what they said, see what they liked, didn't like, whatever. Everybody seemed to like it. We did it yesterday for our Father's Day thing. Made a really good turkey club out of it. That was pretty popular. Mom had one. We got 4 more 5-star Google reviews over the last 2 weeks. We still hold on wood a 5-star review or 5 stars on it.
Awesome. Did you get your AdWords fixed?
Did I get my excuse me fixed?
Your AdWords? Your Google AdWords?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't seem to like my payment source for some reason or another.
Is that, I'm sorry, but is that, are you trying to use your Square account for that?
Yes.
Interesting.
No,
I was just curious.
They just keep saying it's fraudulent. Now, Square doesn't tell me it's fraudulent. They tell me.
Right. You're right. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask if that was the case. So I wonder if that has been like a source of fraudulent payments, that it gets flagged now by some of these other, especially in the tech sector.
Could be.
I'm just curious.
We opened up Sunday for the first time since the Super Bowl. We'll be open Sundays from now through the summer, 11 to 5. Yesterday was a madhouse, from 11:15 till about 4:30. We did beef ribs. They went off pretty well. I think my food cost was about 50% on those, but it's fine.
Yeah,
They weren't dino bones. They weren't the plate ribs. They were the chuck ribs. They were still big. I mean, still good size.
Expensive.
They were, I think, $6.50 a pound. Not horrible.
Not too bad. Yeah.
But I was selling them for like $20 a pound.
I think you're not horrible there.
No.
I mean, you're probably close to 35, I would guess.
Yeah, that's what I was.
With rub and yeah.
Yeah, it was I just did salt, pepper, garlic, and that was it. Catering orders. Oh yeah. So this past Saturday is when I found out about my outside wall thing.
Okay.
I love my wife, but there are times that she tells me that I pick barbecue instead of family. And when I found this, I was supposed to be heading out shortly to a food truck event that I booked in Portland, Michigan, which is like halfway to you.
More than halfway to me.
Yeah,
I can get to Portland in probably 40 minutes from here.
I was almost going to call you and see if you were busy at 6:00 at night on Sunday.
So it's like,
see if the boys still had food.
no.
So I sent the guy a picture of my wall, and I said, "Hey, I don't think I can make it." And he was very, very upset. And my wife is now telling me that instead of staying home to fix the wall, I need to go. So I went, showed up about 15 minutes late, but everybody was happy that we were there. Sold out of everything. And what I mean by everything is like even the 4 cases of drinks we brought with us. So it was a good
Awesome.
day. It was a good night. Capped off. It was just meant for a long weekend because then I realized that I didn't do everything I needed to do. And I was here until like 1 o'clock Sunday morning, went home, got some sleep, came back at 6.
Cool.
But anyway, other than that, successful week, successful 2 weeks. We're halfway through the month, and I think we're up. We're up month over month by 25%. So, and last month was our best month ever. So,
You're talking this month versus May?
no, well, yes,
Or-
the beginning of this month versus the beginning of last month.
Right. How about May to May? Or June to June, I mean. Ugh.
June of last year to June of this year.
Yep.
We are up this month. We are up 5% over the prior year.
Nice.
5%.
So you're doing. So I mean, you're not running the truck out hardly ever right now.
No, it's every.
So you're pretty much doing.
It's every
You're
weekend.
you're doing better sales now, primarily just from the cafe than you were in the trailer. Realistically, yes.
Catering has spiked tremendously. How about that?
Well, I'm guessing May and June, but just normal.
No, I'm talking like overall bookings.
Mhm.
I'm already at last year's total. And I
Excellent.
still have 4, 5, 6 months to go.
Yep.
So yeah, catering has just absolutely spiked.
Awesome.
And then this coming weekend, yeah, the food truck's out 4 times. I got something tomorrow. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I got something tomorrow, and then I was invited to a Juneteenth celebration on the 21st. And then we have our local Flavor Fruit Farm or Apple Orchard has a barbecue festival where there's 4 other barbecue trucks there. That was my single best event ever last year. We did almost 6 in 4 hours.
Cool.
5 hours. Yeah. So, and then the end of the month is all catering and grad parties. Hillsdale College invited us out to their blue and white festival, which is kind of their end, and then their homecoming, and it's all paid for. So that's good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So food truck will be out this pretty regularly, as long as I can. Probably gotta hire one more person just to cover the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can just get the shop to run by itself, that's all I want. Just run by itself. Just run by itself. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Just Just run
Just
it by.
autopilot.
That would be.
You don't have to be anywhere.
I could be Josh Hands.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't want to work as much as I do.
Were you everywhere this past couple of weeks?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. We all were. It's hold on, sorry, I'm playing with reports and invoices and seeing if, since they've made some other changes with how you can filter now, that you can filter by or organize by service date, which is awesome. I love that.
I love that too.
That you can even search for a service date is remarkable. I'm wondering if I can highlight some invoices, hit my checkboxes here, and just export those ones. Or if it's going to export all of my invoices still. So,
are you talking about like picking Aetna and going from there?
No, I was just trying to export. So just export just the 2025 invoices.
Oh yeah, you can. That's what I've done.
Yeah, but not do it through reports. Oh, there is a report button.
No, I do it. I do it straight through the invoice tab.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. Now you're waiting on me. Yeah, last week we had our second busiest week of the year. I sent you a screenshot. I think we were just under 21,000 for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was, with one of our smallest Aetna days that we've had. So, yeah. Why the fuck is it? Oh my God. New. Stupid mother trucker. OMG. I wish that Square would allow you to export in other formats other than just Excel.
Oh.
That would be nice. It's geared towards small businesses. They should understand that a lot of people don't use Microsoft Office. You know?
I do.
Good for you. But I would say there's a fair amount of Google's users and Apple spreadsheet users. You know? Just saying. But be nice to see that coming through. All right, let's see here. You got talking about how much your catering has spiked this year. So I just wanted to see where our total was for the year.
We did 86 all of last year. I'm at 74.5 or 75 right now.
See, this isn't right. So yeah, I hit my little check boxes and then hit export, and it still exported all of the invoices.
All right, so can I teach you how to do it real quick? Easy
Sure.
way? All right. So go to where all your invoices are listed, where you can sort by service date or whatever.
Uh-huh.
At the top, you should see a box that says search invoices.
Yeah.
And then the filter, and then the date. Click on date this year.
Well, that doesn't work for me because that goes based off creation date. So I have invoices for other years that were created this year.
Oh. How's that possible? Oh, for next year?
There you go.
Oh.
I have 4 weddings next year already booked.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, if that's the case, hold on. Then do this year, or click on this year, and then click out the 2 that are. Let's see.
But I should just be able to hit the check boxes. So I have 57 invoices selected, and then I should be able to hit export. It should only export the 57 that are selected. This is the way that should work.
Well,
should, in my opinion, if it was smart enough. So,
if.
So, as of right now, I have. So we did about 120 last year. I actually have it written down. Where am I? Oh, did I throw away that sticky note? Oh no! I had to go back through and listen to our podcast to get the right numbers and everything. I did. I think I threw it away. I had so many sticky notes around my desk that we were trying to keep track of various things for like catering, like totals for the weekends and stuff and what we needed for me. And I think it got lost in the shuffle. Anyway, so yeah, we did about 120 last year in catering. I think our goal that I set was 140 to 150. Like 150 top end would be good for us. As of right now, what we have either invoiced or paid for the year is 141. And we still have stuff. We have stuff that's booked that has not been invoiced yet. So I fully expect us to be above 150 by the time all is said and done.
Awesome.
So that's 141 with 20 less invoices than we had last year.
Yeah.
Total. So yeah. But yeah, our grad parties took off this year because we had a really big lull in grad parties last year for whatever reason. I don't know if we just turned a whole bunch down because we were booked or what, but we didn't do a ton of them last year. And this year, good Lord, man, it has been a lot. It's been a lot. So by the time we get to through this weekend, we will have had, let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight weekends with at least one open house scheduled on Saturday and Sunday.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so we are all looking forward to next weekend, the 28th and 29th, where we have 0 catering scheduled, and we have moderately easy days those days. So everybody has those scheduled and looking forward to them. Yeah, but okay. I guess I can get into my. Oh, hey, I forgot to ask you. You got your pallet of sauce?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a debacle.
Because they didn't call before they came.
No, they did. No, actually,
excellent.
The communication on. All right, a shout out. I'm going to say a mean shout out to our barbecue superstore friends.
You're shouting out meanly?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I wasn't informed, and maybe you did. I don't know. Maybe you told me, and I just don't remember. I wasn't informed that they literally were just going to drop it and put it at the end of your driveway.
They've never just dropped it at the end of my driveway.
So when I was called by the shipper lady, who was not the nicest person, she told me that, yep, this is lift gate. If it's residential, we're going to take it off the lift gate and put it at the end of your driveway. Like, we're not going to take it down your driveway. We're not going to do anything. I said, well, that's not cool. I said, can I back my truck up to the lift gate and y'all can just somehow roll it into my. Oh, he did. No, we did. Boy, did we. Boy, did we.
That's a lot of weight to have on your tailgate, buddy.
So luckily, the majority of the weight was on his. Every time he kept moving the pallet, though, the front of the pallet wheels would get stuck between the bed and the tailgate. Yeah. So all it was doing was pushing down my tailgate or my truck.
Yeah.
And he basically just kind of pushed it and just pushed it and pushed it and pushed it until like he basically lunged forward and it went in the back of my truck. So
okay.
It got to where it needed, and then I had to unload it into my storage unit. Mm-hmm. All 35 cases.
Well, hey, at least you didn't have to load it from your driveway into your truck, and then because that's work. Well, I have to do every freaking time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I tried to
you
see
saved a step.
Yeah, I tried to say if they could send it to my, or if I could meet me at the storage unit, and they said, I don't know. I'm like, so the guy said, I'll be there in 30 minutes. He didn't show up until 45, 50 minutes later. I'm just sitting there in my truck just waiting. So by the time I get it, it's 10:30. I'm supposed to open at 11.
Yeah.
Luckily I had a pallet there, and I just got a pallet of pellets in. So we should be good. But yes. Nobody told me that it was that's how they were supposedly going to drop it.
And it depends on the shipper. So they don't use the same shipping company every time. They have a handful of them, and whoever's the cheapest at the time of shipping is usually who they go with.
Yeah.
And between price and availability is how they do it. So yeah, it's rare that we have the same company twice in a row deliver our pallets. And each one is different in their own right, and that's why Mark is so on top of wanting to hear how the delivery went.
Yeah.
So
well, you asked if I had any damages or anything like that, and I actually didn't. Like everything was actually really, really.
So did you get yours last Friday, right around the 6th?
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, something like that.
We got our pallets at the same time.
Oh, did you?
So I had asked Mark a couple of weeks ago. I said, "So do you have an update on delivery?" Because I was a couple of weeks after you when I ordered.
Oh yeah.
So he says, "Funny story." He says, "Yes, I just got notification that you, Skippy's pallet, your pallet, and my pallet all just finished and are marked ready for shipping." He said, "And none of us ordered in the same week."
And that's what he said to me. He's like,
"It would
like,
be hilarious. It would be hilarious if I got my pallet before Skippy got his."
I know. Right?
Oh, well, good. I'm glad yours went okay.
That was okay.
I had damage. Mine actually got delivered twice.
What?
Because I got 0 phone calls beforehand. So they tried to deliver on Thursday. I was not home, nor did they have a liftgate on that vehicle to be able to deliver said pallet. So after they left, I got a phone call from dispatch or whatever with a whole lot of apologies that there was no phone call to set up delivery or anything like that. They sent a vehicle the next day to handle it. But apparently, I don't know if the first driver was just annoyed that he had to take it off his truck without being delivered and probably had to move it around his truck 1,000 times to get other things off it and around it. But yeah, there was definitely a small amount of damage, which is pretty normal with my pallets. I don't know why people don't like my sauce pallets, but I usually have a couple boxes that are a little crumpled. Generally, there's no issues with any bottles. This one, though, a day after it was delivered, I noticed that I had some sauce dribbling from the pallet onto my driveway. The odd part was it was a gallon that was facing the inside of the stack of sauce. So I don't know if it happened in manufacturing when they were stacking it, that just the box, something got set on it that was, because the bottle, the hole in the bottle was at the top and the bottle was crumpled.
Well,
it was weird.
So that's the thing. When I told Mark that I got it, he's like, "Okay, go through it and let me know if you have any damage."
Yeah, they've had some issues.
I'm like, no. I'm like, hold on a second. I've already restacked it. I'm not gonna go through it again. But no, I didn't. I haven't noticed anything. Everything seems fine. So.
Yep, I take lots of pictures whenever I get my deliveries and send them to them to let them know how things are going. And like the broken bottle that I had, he's taking that off the invoice for me. I told him I didn't need to. I said, "Hey, there's 140 gallons or whatever." I said, if I have one in the middle, that clearly isn't really anybody's fault.
Actually,
it's one of those things that happens.
He only invoiced me for 139.
Yeah, whatever it is. So, but yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, back to my my slow month. My poor slow month.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of your week. I'm like, the hell?
I know. I was so tired. I was so tired. And that was with a less than expected. We threw away a lot of food that night, Saturday. We were hoping to be busier than we were with the weather we had. Let's see here. Let's pull up the month. So last month we did 70, just under, I think we're right about 74 for the month. That sounds right?
Sure.
73.9 is where we were at. This month so far, this is just such a stupid number. For the first half of the month, we're at 36.6. So on pace to do 73. doable. Looking at the schedule, it's doable. We still have a bunch of catering to do. But that puts us up 10% on the year over last year, and month this June to last June, we're up 24%. So we just crossed over. We're 171 for the year. That's where we're at. So not too shabby. Extreme close up.
Yeah, I was looking at something.
But yeah, we.
So what's your total right now for the year?
For the year, 171.
This past week put you ahead of me.
I've been ahead of you.
You're ahead of me. You're ahead of me by this past week. By your the amount you did this week, you're ahead of me by.
So I'm 20,000 ahead of you.
Yes.
Okay. Stop speaking in riddles.
Shut up.
Good God. Here, I'm gonna share my screen. Because it will be easier this way to see the chaos that my weekends in June were. So these last two Saturdays, the 7th we had the open house. We had a pool party at a retirement community that we catered.
Party.
2 weddings, and we were open roadside at the farmers market in the morning.
Party.
I would like to give myself a high five on the scheduling of these 2 weekends. Thank you.
You're busy on Flag Day.
Yeah, Flag Day was a big day for us. I'm gonna have to circle that next year, and we'll have to plan more people. 3 open houses and roadside that day. So tried really hard not to say no to stuff this year, especially open houses, stuff that we could do drop-offs. Made sure people were under the impression that we were not having truck places. Like, we were very clear with communication that these are drop-off disposable pans. We're not staying on site type of stuff. We did leave Cambros at a lot of places this weekend and last weekend. And it's after we're done here, I'm driving around the metro area picking up Cambros. When I was scheduling, among the questions, the first questions was, what time is your event start? And then from there, I was able to schedule the 4 different things. So like on the 7th, we had a 3 p.m. drop off, a 4 p.m. drop off, a 5:30 p.m. drop off, and a 6:15. Like, everything was scheduled as tight as we could make it. I mean, we still had all 3 of us going to different spots, but like we had, one person was going to the 3 p.m. and then hitting the 5:30 p.m. because they were both smaller events. But we were pretty well maxed out on the amount of food we were able to keep hot prior to having everybody head out. That Saturday and then this past weekend, the same thing, both days. We're pretty well maxed out, even using both smokers.
Sounds like we need to possibly invest in a new warmer.
No.
Oh.
When we get to a brick and mortar, there will be 2 DWs in that place.
Oh.
And we'll probably have a smaller one, probably just a regular CTO on the trailer. Because we have like when we go up to the UP for the week, like we are going to have a smoker on the trailer. There's no way around it, Yeah. In the deep south, I'm not going to refurbish that thing again, even if we're only going to use it every once in a while. It's just not worth the money to keep pouring into that, to have a different product than what we would normally have, because the flavor is completely different between the 2 smokers. 1,000,000% different. So we don't want to have one day where we're using the old smoker because we're so busy with other, we want to stay consistent product everywhere we go, no matter what. So I am starting to, once we get to that point, it's we'll see. But I definitely, we're going to need another one, because even if we have these busy days with catering, like just being able to put out the product to cook the amount of product that we needed. Like we did this last weekend was super heavy brisket, and brisket takes up a lot of space. You know, like there was back-to-back days where I cooked 7 briskets and 10 butts.
Yeah.
You know, and luckily we had both smokers. Like I could split that up a little bit, so we weren't inhibiting airflow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's tight.
we get stuff loaded up, especially when we cook in pans, so it takes up a little bit more space. But
Yeah, it's tight. I know.
yeah, it gets tight. So, but other than that, it's these last couple of weeks have been freaking crazy. My guys have been awesome.
Kicking.
Yeah. They've really been doing good. Frustration levels for the most part have been lower than expected. Alex has been working some shifts. She's picking up 1 or 2 a week. Her friend Madison started last week.
Oh, okay.
Both are going to work out well. We'll lose Alex mid-August for when she goes to MSU, and she's like, schedule me if you need me. You know, like she doesn't want the 20 hours. Like, but you know, she'll pick up a shift here and there if we are short a person or whatever. So, but Madison, and she'll take the hours. So, yeah, happy to have them on board. It's a big help. Getting myself back off of the trailer so that we can keep up, and just the coordination of some of these weekends is a lot. You know, to coordinate who's going where, figure out times, figure out, the meat that we need and stuff. So,
I saw you had a former employee comment on one of your posts. I'm able to pick up shifts if you need it, Josh.
I screenshotted that so fast and sent it to everybody.
Well, look who wants to come back and help.
Yeah. Maybe if you would have finished out your scheduled shifts, we'd have a conversation, but maybe.
I actually had another, so I got a text from another barbecue food truck guy, and he asked, he's like, do you need help at your shop? I'm like, help? You can come hang out, talk shop if you want to, whatever.
Yeah. And
he didn't say anything. And then I looked at his schedule, and it was quite bland. Like he had one catering gig on Friday or on Saturday.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, I said, "What? I saw your schedule. Everything okay?" He's like, "Yeah, my generator went out, and I got to fix it." I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah.
I'm like, "If you need some extra cash, you can come work.
Right.
Why?" He's like, "Oh, that'd be great." And I tried to send him home that day. It was this past Friday. I tried to send him home 3 times, and every time I tried to send him home, we got busy.
Yeah.
So he made enough to fix his generator.
They're good.
But I don't know. He's a good kid. He knows a lot. He doesn't have the outgoingness, I guess. Like if you're gonna work your truck yourself, you've got to be able to like be in the window and like just be as personal as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he has that part. I think he's like a back of the house guy that really doesn't need. But other than that, he knows barbecue. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, we're hoping we can hit 70 this month. A lot of it's going to depend on this week. I think we can do between now and Sunday. We can do another 20,000 kind of week, but we need some weather help. Right now, we have chances of rain on Wednesday and Saturday.
I saw that.
So Wednesday evening, we're at Tip 2, which is that outside patio bar.
Yep.
Which they will cancel. They won't even open if it's raining. So we could lose Wednesday night. And then the other chances on Saturday, which is the Grand Rapids Pride Festival. So,
would you just go set up somewhere if they cancel?
I don't know. I'm probably I'm gonna start looking for Plan B now. Like find somewhere to set up.
This is just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
You could probably always go back to Dutton or your.
Yeah, we can. I think we can find someone. There's a couple auto parts stores right now that have some large parking lots that are hosting fireworks sales. Might not be a bad spot to set up near. These are also on main drag, so the visibility is good. Plus, you already have people looking at the big giant tents. So
yeah.
Obviously not right next door, but maybe a few spots down. Open flame, sparks, and ash. And
be quite fun, though.
I don't want to make the news that way.
Local food truck starts fireworks display. News at 11.
So, but yeah, we have an open house on Friday. We have the Pride Festival and an open house on Saturday, which is why we're looking for some help. And then, 2 open houses on Sunday. So, and we're not able to do roadside on Sunday just because of the timing and size of the 2 open houses we're doing, but oh well.
Yeah, we will. The shop is going to definitely be open on Sunday. I'll be working it. I got 2 people we're maxing out every bit of smoker warmer space that we have.
Yeah.
That barbecue festival has always been huge.
Yeah, I'm hoping for like a $5,000 day Saturday just from the Pride Festival. If the weather's good, we should be able to hit it. But we need 3 people on the truck to be able to manage that without everybody losing their minds. Right now, Chris and Caleb are doing the open house, which is in the southern part of the state. So they're running to do that. We need them to stay on site. We're setting it up like a wedding with non-disposable chafing dishes and everything. This has been a pretty good client of ours. They really wanted the truck on site and service off the truck, which is how they did their last open house. So we're kind of trying to go above and beyond, which leaves me with, we have a couple of our customers that are going to come through for half day each, run the register for us, which I can teach someone how to do in 5 minutes. So that's easy enough. But would really like another person. So Chris has his friend Bo, who he works at the ice place with, or used to work there, has worked with us a couple times. So if he's able, and he won't know until Wednesday probably, if he's able, he'll run the catering with Chris, and I'll have Caleb at the Pride Festival with me, which would allow me to have a bathroom break sometime in that 10-hour span.
Bathroom breaks are good.
Yeah.
Have you, when you say non-disposable, do you just use the racks and the, like, what do they look like?
Wire racks are disposable.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
Stainless steel racks, stainless steel dishes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we still use the food's in disposable aluminum pans still, but everything else is, yes, you're fold down, which we actually switched. I spent a shit ton of money on buying 5 new ones, because those are pretty much exactly like the ones we have.
So I want to invest. These are like $50 a piece.
Yeah, the ones I got off Amazon are more, but they're pretty much the same. Okay, so a couple items of note. Ours are chalkboard, so those probably are too. So I think ours are Sterno brand.
Okay.
So it doesn't have the openness underneath that vent space, the airspace there. They're solid.
I got you.
And the spot for the sternos folds up inside of it, so it's not a separate piece.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So it just collapses.
Yeah. Those
are heavy. They are probably twice the weight of the stainless steel ones. Just an FYI. At least the ones we got are. So because 5 is what we put in a tote of the stainless steel ones. The tote's twice as heavy. It's probably a 60, 70 pound tote at this point. So in and out of the back of the pickup truck was a little bit of adjustment. But they work phenomenally. Because we had problems especially with our Etna events, which are all outside. We had a really hard time keeping sternos lit and water hot in those pans, the water pans. Chris said they're down to only using pretty much 1 sterno per chafing dish setup because it holds the heat in so well that they only need 1 2-hour sterno in each one of those things for the 2 hours that they're there. And he said It keeps it. He said it's steaming hot still with just the one, but it holds the heat in so well. It's like a little insulated oven. He said they're awesome. It's a great investment. I think everybody should. You should definitely look at those. But yeah, Webster, that's a good price. I think I paid $100 for mine.
So we have our first wedding where there is a policy. The wedding venue has a policy that if you're doing a buffet inside,
Mhm.
it's to be done in electric warmers.
Oh, good God. No open flames.
No open flames. So I asked the customers, I said, where do you want it? And they said, well, we'd really like to have it inside. I said, well, I have to charge you for inside to be able to use because I have to use the electric ones, make sure they're all good.
Right.
Plus, I probably have to buy another one because I only have 3. So they're going to go ahead. I can't find the Sterno brand one.
Sure.
Oh. Damn. Oh, chalk. Oh, I like the chalkboard idea.
Yeah. Yep. So instead of, we used to just have little chalkboard tents in front of everything. So now we just write on the.
So does this fold up into one piece or is there 2 pieces?
It's one piece. Just like that.
What's the second picture from the top? Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
that's folded and not folded.
Oh, I like that. It's a lot. It's a
I
lot
tell
of
you
money.
what, Alex does our reader boards whenever she's working, and she
Yeah.
is knocking them out of the park. I got to see if the one that she did Friday for Food Truck Fridays is still there, because she did a Friday the 13th. She had a little Jason mask on the bottom half. Something about scary good barbecue. It was really good. Yeah, that's her thing. Back to Webster. So I had talked about the Cambros, the whatever it is, the pressed polyurethane,
Yeah.
expanded polyurethane, the lightweight ones.
Yeah.
How those shelves are no longer on Cambros' website.
Correct.
The little Webster has them still. I just ordered 10 today.
So basically, it's like a regular Cambro, but it's polyurethane or like
Yes.
styrofoam, basically.
They only weigh like 3 pounds.
No, I know.
There's-
I've seen
yeah.
them.
Yep.
The
But yeah, so
problem. Do you have those already?
Yeah, we have 6 already, and I just ordered 3 more today.
So the only problem I ever saw with those, because a buddy of mine had them, was that the rails that you slide the pans in
Mhm.
can become like very thin, to where it's hard. Like we have full size metal pans that we put the other pans in so they don't fall. We just started doing that this year, by the way, which I don't know why the fuck I didn't do it a long ass time ago.
But you're gonna have a hard time then, because there's a little bit of a gap, because the disposable pans are a little bit taller, so it's hard to get them in the same rails, which is why these shelves are so fucking awesome, because you just have a flat surface to set it on, and they're designed for all those pans. They're like, I don't even remember what I paid, $30 a piece for them. No, less than that. I think it was like 15 from Webster. Look it up. But so we never had enough for the number of Cambros we had. So we were still doing the same thing, putting stuff in, stainless steel pans and sliding them in. But I found a workaround, because I had a catering to drop off. The trailer left without me having to get stainless steel pans out of it. So I was stuck. But what I had stainless steel half pan lids.
Yeah. Okay.
Which slid right in there perfectly. I was able to slide food on top of it, and it held amazingly. So that is a workaround.
What's wrong with these? Oops, hold on.
Oh, I'm still on my screen. Sorry.
No,
Stop sharing.
I'll kick you off.
There you go.
What's wrong with these? Like the Go boxes?
They're fine. But I mean,
Are you talking about these up here?
Yep. They're awesome. I love them.
Really?
Yeah. They are awesome. They're so light, dude. Like, these full of food are the same weight as the other plastic ones empty.
Yeah. No, yeah. Are they metal shelves inside or styrofoam shelves?
You mean the rails?
Yeah, the rails.
The rails are styrofoam. It's all the same stuff.
Okay.
So it's expanded polyurethane or whatever it is. EPP.
Yeah.
So it's not styrofoam. It's different than styrofoam.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're awesome. Those are as durable as the plastic ones. At least. We have had 0 problems with ours. Yeah, there's your difference.
Oh, makes sense.
And all I do we just hose them down, the insides of them, when we get back. Wash them out. They work great. So yeah, and then they make those shelves that sit in there, and it's just a flat surface, which also means that you can do hot and cold in the same camper with those shelves. So you could do something hot on the bottom, slide in one of those shelves because it fits perfectly to the shape of the thing, and then put like a salad on top, and the salad will stay cold. The bottom will stay hot.
Really?
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yep. They also make hot and cold plates for those. So they like the ice packs like you have for your lunchbox.
Yeah.
They also make shelves that are designed to put in your freezer. So you can slide one of those in if you have a longer part. And they have heated ones that you can put in an oven and heat them up to give yourself extra time too. But we've gone 5.5, 6 hours and food's still coming out of there hot, up to temperature. So
yeah,
we love them. Like with those, like we're hardly ever running the trailer anymore.
Are there handles at the top like the rest of them? How you got to carry them at the bottom?
So you can front and back. There's a lip on the front and back that you can hold. You can carry them by. I wish they had the handles. It would make it a little bit easier. But yeah, they're awesome. We love them. Like I said, I just bought 3 more and a whole bunch of shelves.
What was the price on Webster Hunt?
I don't know. I got them off Amazon. I should have looked. I didn't think Webster Hunt would have them.
Oh, yeah. The cafe owner has a Webster Hunt membership.
I used to when I would especially during COVID when it was so hard to find some stuff. Like we were getting all our styrofoam stuff from there. But I order so little stuff that I can't justify the $100 a month, because I'm not spending $100 in shipping.
No.
Typically. Every once in a while, yes, but not typically. So, yeah, the membership's just too high for me to justify it. We're getting some bags from there. And then, I got those shelves, but I only order bags every month and a half or so. And I'm only paying $30 in shipping for those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could order more stuff from there, but it just involves so much more planning.
It does. Yeah.
And I just right now, I'm not off the truck enough the last couple of months. The last couple of weeks, I've been at GFS every day still, because
there's always something.
Well, we don't have as lovely as our storage space is. I still don't have space to stock, divided fiber plates in the quantity that we need, I don't have that space. I don't have enough shelves set up in there well enough that, and yes, just more time and I could spend out there and reorganize stuff, but to carry cases of plates and wrapped cutlery and stuff like that, all that shit takes up a lot of space,
Yeah.
And now you're talking about a pallet of sauce that, I got to get out there and pallets of rubs and stuff. That's everything just takes up space. So,
Bless you.
Bless you, Matt. Hey, Matt, I got a question.
Yeah.
Angie thinks that for the Pride Festival, we should run a sausage special and a fish taco special.
Absolutely.
Okay. I thought that
Absolutely.
might get towards offensive.
I don't think so. I think they
That's why I'm asking you.
hilarious.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
All right. I'm going to need you a signed something or other that says that you approve of said specials that I could post on the trailer for the gay approved.
Is Matt a gay? Sorry.
That was offensive.
That was
Yes,
not. That was not.
Yeah, he said, is Matt a gay?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, now I just need it not to rain and thunderstorm on Saturday.
It's not.
But you can't have rainbows without rain.
Well,
So.
Jeff Gordon would tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Right now we have 87 on Saturday and 92 on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be hot all week. It's
That's gonna
which
be,
my staff. So some things have changed since the last time we talked. Generators mounted on the trailer.
yeah.
which
Saw
was
that.
I don't think we had that done before.
No, we
New
shouldn't
steam
have.
table is in. So we have the new
Ooh.
steam table is in. The generator is on. We have we had to get a new induction burner because somebody didn't slide it all the way to the back of the shelf, so the back feet caught the shelf and it slid off while in transit, and all of a sudden it stopped recognizing new pots or recognizing the pot. So we were off to
Did that come out of somebody's paycheck?
no, mine. Things happen. It's fine. So yep, went and got a super nice commercial because I couldn't wait to have one shipped from Amazon. So I went to one of the restaurant supply places in Grand Rapids. My normal one doesn't carry them in stock. I could have ordered it. Atlas, their showroom closed in Grand Rapids. They're open 2 days a month,
Oh,
not the showroom. So you can order and pick up. There's somebody there 2 days a month that you can order and you can pick it up there.
was one of those days the day you needed it?
No. And then, so I had to go Google searching for other. Luckily, we have a few in Grand Rapids that I wasn't aware of. Found one that had it in stock. Ended up paying $300 and something for it. But yeah,
I could have mentioned you could have went to Detroit and back and saved $200.
but I was hoping it's 1800 watts. Temperature, like it has all kinds of buttons and settings. And this thing. No, not a double. So single. I was like, okay, maybe we'll get some water boiling faster now. Nope, same time. So I'm gonna guess it's our pot. That the quality of the stainless steel in the pot is just not good enough for the transfer of heat there. So I'm gonna get a different stock pot and see if that helps. But yeah, we're still 45 minutes for our 20 quart pot.
Hold on a second. You spent $300 and something for an 1800 watt induction burner?
Mm-hmm. I know they're much cheaper on Amazon. I think I paid $50 for my last one.
Look, if I had your money, I'd burn mine. My goodness.
I needed it.
I understand. Like I said,
Don't
you
have
could
time to be picky.
You could have drove to Detroit. You could have paid me $200 and I would have went and bought it and delivered it to you.
Bought it where?
Restaurant Equippers. It's in Southfield.
Okay.
$50.
You think I got 5 hours?
I just
Extra
said
time?
you could have paid me and I could have done it for you.
You didn't have time either.
I'd have figured it out. You got Monday and Tuesday off. There you go.
That was neither of the days I needed it. So
My daughter's pregnant. She could have drove. We're fine. She needs money.
anyways,
Well, all right. Well, at least you got it taken care of.
steam table. I had to order an outlet. I am disappointed with Menards now. They are heading the way that Meyer did, it seems. Where Meyer used to be able to get outlets, light switches, like their do-it-yourself department was, if you needed something in a lurch, you could probably get it, a pretty good amount of stuff. I think they even have light sockets. Like you could do a good amount of home repair at Meyer. And now there's nothing there, nothing useful. Yeah. So Menards used to carry every kind of weird outlet and plug that you could think of. Like I got my RV plug box there. They don't even carry those anymore. So you can't get a 30 or 50 amp RV box there anymore. At least not the ones in Grand Rapids. But I like the plug, the outlet that I needed for our steam cabinet, or not a steam cabinet, our warming cabinet was a funky plug, but I was able to find one there.
Was it like this?
Yeah. Yep. So the one for the steam table was even more different. It was some wonky.
Was it like this?
Some Mexican wonky thing. No, I don't know. It was weird. I don't remember. I don't know. It was bizarre. And the plug was that big. It's a massive thing. It's a 30 amp plug. It's massive. So anyways, the thing only pulls 18 amps. Max. It says it right there in the paperwork. 18 max amps with all 3 bays running. Whatever. So I got that I got the generator on, got that installed. Everything works phenomenally. The steam table is doing its job. We are not drying stuff out at all, really. We're still getting a little burnt on with the mac and cheese, but nowhere near the level we were at before. They have has
Is it wet? Is it wet or dry?
it is wet, so it's all sealed. And we had so there's low water lights on it to let you know if the water's low. So typically on our dry table where we would insert a water pan into them, we'd have to fill that water during service. On this table, yeah, mostly because the thermostats were broken on it, and it was just on high all the time.
Yeah.
For this steam table, we went a whole week without having to fill them after we put 1.5 inches of water in them.
That's good. It's real
Yeah.
good.
Other than
time to heat up.
no, not really.
Yeah.
Other than we're gonna have to
be done in like a half hour.
yeah, we're gonna have to drain them though when we move.
Yeah.
I mean, each one has its own. That was the part I don't like is the drains on them take up so much space underneath that we lose 1.5 inches of height on that shelf that's underneath it, which we store our stock pot and our colander and everything underneath them. So now we have all this other stuff, and that plug, for whatever reason, is in the front of the steam table instead of the back. It's so bizarre.
In Russia?
No, it's what kind was it? It's a well-known name brand. It's not like an off-brand. It's just bizarre where they put these plugs. So, anyways, that's in. It works great. The generator. I have my own confusion on the generator. Works great. No, it works perfect.
Oh.
It works perfect. It uses some gasoline.
Oh.
But it is no louder than the Predator 9500.
Yeah.
The decibel rating was the same, but I had my doubts because it's almost twice as big.
Yeah, it's huge.
It helps that the muffler faces the back side of the trailer, so it doesn't even face the pickup truck. It faces away.
Yep.
But we had a conversation with a couple guys on Food Truck Fridays. We were standing right by the generator and not really having to raise our voices much.
Yeah.
But it has this really nice digital display that tells you how many kilowatts it's using and all that. I have not seen it go above 3.5 kilowatts,
Which is
3,500 watts. Makes zero sense. Yeah, I'll wait for you to process that in your head. And
no, because I'm trying to think of okay. So what are you using that pulls amps? Now your hot water is propane.
no, it's not. Oh yeah, that yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have your steam table, your prep table, your fridge,
Refrigerator,
those
Yep.
4 things. I really
nacho cheese warmer. It's all your heating elements that are pulling. Really, those are the things. They pull a lot.
because your 2 fridges are not pulling. They're pulling
No,
2 or 3
nothing.
max.
Yeah, they're not pulling it unless it's super hot, and then they have to work harder. But yeah,
But your warmer, you're warmer in unless your new steam table is just that much more efficient. But
which you wouldn't think it would be.
and
But
your
yeah, we're
cheese board is
overloading. We were overloading the Predator at 95 without the air conditioner running. Sometimes we'd get an overload alarm on that at 9,500, which is 8,500 running or whatever it is. But
So it's 7,500 running.
Yeah.
So you could basically run this generator on eco mode without the air.
we have been. We've been running this. We've been with our air on.
Really?
We're running on eco.
Even with the air, it's still not drawn more than 3,500?
No. And the air is running all the time now. Yeah, it's
Knock
crazy.
on wood, can't wait till that goes out. Everything else has. Why stop now?
The air or the generator?
The air.
I think that's the last piece of equipment that hasn't been replaced on that trailer at least once.
You still got that awning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is that. I'm in no rush. We're 1.5 years in now since it's worked, and yeah, it's not been an issue for us.
It's just really good for ringing. That's all.
Yeah, and we've been fairly lucky, but yeah, I mean, there were so many times where it was raining hard or stormy that we pulled it in anyways because the wind was, yeah. So,
and because it has an automatic leveler system thing, you always want to tell the people, hey, don't stand in that corner.
right.
Had that happen a couple times.
What? Huh. I'm confused.
Well, that's
Well, I could have swore I got a notification that said our ad was approved, I thought. And then when I just went back to my Facebook page, it said there was a problem. Oh, anyways.
Speaking of ads.
Yep.
For the Father's Day thing, I did buy an ad. I boosted my post.
Okay.
And I realized that I made a mistake on my post and I couldn't edit it.
No, you can't.
I said Father's Day was Sunday, June 16th.
No, just, that's close.
So I did a Facebook Live yesterday, and somebody said that I had a hater comment, and I looked it up. I looked up everything that I did, and I could not find any comments. And the person that said that I had a hater comment said that the hater, because I said dads get 10% off, and so do single moms. And so the one guy, I guess he was like, single moms too? You lost my business. And then I couldn't find the post because I just wanted to say, well, maybe I didn't want your business in the first place. I don't know. I have a soft spot for single moms, if you're listening. Anyway.
Yeah. Just make sure you go the other way.
Any hater comments?
When you run Mother's Day specials that you include single dads.
Absolutely.
Because they are out there.
They are out there. Whoever you are doing right by your children, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
How's that in-state tuition looking?
How's the what?
How's the in-state tuition looking for Alex? Decent? Good?
It's fine. I mean,
I don't know.
I'd be happier if I didn't have to pay room and board for 2 years. They require now Michigan State for 2 years room and board.
Really?
It used to be one.
One, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's 2.
Really?
Which room and board costs more than tuition.
Oh yeah. I have to probably $1,000 a month, if not more.
19 a year. 19,000 a school year.
So you're almost you're 1,700 a month ish. Yeah, okay. Damn.
No, you're talking August through May.
Oh, you don't even get it for the full year.
No, people aren't staying in dorms over the summer.
I don't know this. I never went.
I've never been either, but I know that the school doesn't have students all year round.
Where do they live? They just go home.
Yes.
Oh, they get a new board. They get a new room the next year. Then come back.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know these things. I'm sheltered. What can I say?
So yes, that's room and board for mid-August or late August to May.
So 10 months. So 1,900 a month.
8 months. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March,
April, May. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can at least count that. Because you only have June and July off.
Well, half of June and July, or half of August. So yeah.
Okay, well, good. I'm happy she's going to Michigan State for now.
So, believe it or not, Michigan is cheaper.
Is it really?
Yep. Yeah, Alex's classes, so tuition for her is going to be about 17, I think, 17 to 18, something like that. Ethan is at 16. For arguably a better education.
Who's smarter?
Ethan. Alex will tell you the same thing. She's a good, self-aware person, and yeah, Ethan is very smart. Like, he was, I think, 12th in his class. I think he just missed top 10. And that's only because he was doing, I think his whole senior year was all accelerated college credit classes. So he got bumped down a little bit. But
Boo.
I mean, he was like taking calculus 2 his senior year. So, yeah, I mean,
You can barely pass basic math.
he was 12th in a class of 380 or something like that.
So this week we have the second half of what's called the SAE event. Last month it was the combustion engine. This month is the electric engine, where they go to the track, colleges and universities from all over the country. I think right now there was 88 signed up this week, and they basically just make little Mad Max race cars.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
Cool.
So I'm expecting a few catering orders just for that.
Awesome.
That was our best week ever when that was here. It was better than race week. Problem is all these events aren't on the track website. So it's like I'm finding out secondhand.
So I want to get back to your boosted post.
Oh, yes. Oh, the other thing is, so I paid $140 to boost.
How long
it.
did you run it for?
I can tell you. Hold on. June 1st to June 15th.
Okay. So yeah, your total per day was pretty low then. June 1st to the 15th, so 14 days. You paid 120.
130.
So you're less. Huh?
140. Sorry, 140.
140. So you were $10 a day.
Yeah.
Is that what you set your budget at? Was 10 a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a total number of views at like 54, just under 55,000. My reach was 21,000. Post engagement was 3,600, and link clicks were 303. So it says that my cost per link click, I think, was like $3. Oh, it doesn't say what it was. Oh, view detailed results.
So yeah, our one last week. So we do about 50.
Cost per engagement was 4 cents.
Yeah. Okay. Per post engagement, you said 4 cents. That's pretty good. We're usually around 10 to 15.
And
In my area, it's a higher volume area. So I think like Google AdWords, we're going to pay more for the visibility because there's so much more, But yeah, for our weekly, like our last week's post, we had 708 engagements, 4,700 reach, and 5,500 impressions, and that's at 15 a day. So for our daily budget, I'm usually between 15 and 20 is what I'll put, just depending on how the previous weeks have been business-wise. Like if we have super heavy catering 2 weeks in a row where we're only getting roadside in, 2 or 3 days, and the rest of it's this oddball stuff that we're doing, not our normal schedule. Like if we have a week of that or 2 weeks of that, like we'll bump up the boost to a higher budget just to make sure people are seeing it, that we're back to normal schedule type of thing. So this week we're doing 25 a day, just really trying to nail in all our roadside this week. So, but did you notice? Do you think it helped? Did it equate to dollars in the store? That's what the important part.
I think for our opening day on a Sunday, yeah, I think it definitely did. I don't know how much Father's Day helped. We did a total of 62 transactions with an average ticket of almost $44, which is, I have to say, it was really good.
Yeah.
Labor was only 7% for the day.
Your audio just went really weird.
Well, it's because your bag was doing something. You were reaching in your bag.
Why does that affect your microphone?
Because maybe it can hear it. I don't know.
You went into a tunnel for a second.
So our labor for the day was 7%. That was with 3 people, not including myself, working. even though I work.
Okay.
And we gave people 10% off, and it equated to probably like $180 in discount.
Excellent. That's a good one.
Yep. Gross sales was $28.72.
I wonder where we're at for labor for the year. Right now for the year, we're at just under 20. I'll take it.
Oh, for the year? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
We are at, our average is 32.
I paid out $34,000 in labor cost.
Labor cost, since I started tracking, it was 4.8%.
4.8.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't include, so that only includes punched in time. So like Chris's salaried.
Yes.
So that does not include his January through mid-March. Unfortunately. I wish it would. I might have to have him start clocking in next year, or the start of the year. But hopefully we'll have a brick and mortar by then. So
Why don't you're going through Square? We already went through that. So you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? You're just simply running a payroll during the off months
Mm-hmm.
to pay them out. You're not putting in like hours for them or anything like that.
No, because it'll automatically, when you run the payroll, it automatically puts him at 40 hours, whether he's clocked in or not.
When you hire somebody, does Square do the online I-9?
I do all that. Yep. Yeah, it's 5 minutes to put someone in, So, and I just let Square handle all the rest of it. But yeah, I don't like that. I mean, if they're hitting payroll, they should hit your labor, in my opinion. So yeah.
4,239 transactions.
Huh?
That's where I'm at. 4,200.
4,200. And what's 4,200? I'm confused.
Transactions.
4,200 transactions is what you've done? Okay.
Yeah.
I looked at mine. I forgot what it was. Let me find it real quick. Let's see. Transactions. We're up year to date. That's nice. 0.32%. 47.71.
I'm up 37%. We really haven't changed our average transactions. It's like literally 40 a day.
Yeah.
There's some that are higher, some that are lower, but it's an average of 40 a day. I know if I'm doing 40, we're having like a $1,200 day. Give or take.
Are you so are you getting pretty dialed in on like meat production for me, we've talked about it before, like 2 butts and a brisket on an average day, we're going to be about 1,000, net about 1,000 in sales. Have you got that kind of like, are you seeing any trends that way that you can kind of do that?
Yeah, we have.
So like if you go to an event, you're like, okay, our goal for this event is $3,000. What are you cooking?
It depends on the size of the briskets.
Of course, yes, but
right,
let's say average pork butts, average briskets. So 8-pound pork butt, 12 to 15-pound briskets.
I'm probably cooking a brisket. Brisket goes faster, so I'm probably cooking.
But you make less money on it.
3 to 4 briskets and probably 6 pork butts.
Okay, yeah, so you're about where I would be then. To try to get to a $3,000 day,
give or take.
And for Pride Festival, we're not going to do meat by the pound. That's all off the menu.
I don't fucking.
So only sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't.
Any of our festivals, we don't do meat by the pound. If you want just a some meat, then yeah, we'll go ahead and do a sandwich without a bun for you.
Absolutely.
Actually, Food Truck Fridays, we actually did. We allowed half pounds, not full pounds, but half pounds, and
So
it seemed to work okay.
like if you did start selling half pounds, would you like alter your price? I guess so. Like we do. So like we charge $9.50 a half pound for like pork, right? Or 19 a pound. I market it in the restaurant by the half pound, and people will buy a pound and a half or something like that.
Yep.
Do you think it'd be beneficial for you to do it by the half versus do it by the full? Like, do you think you'd see a difference? Maybe somebody would order a pound and a half versus like just a pound.
We already have people that buy a pound and a half. Like we offer both half and full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, normally. So for like the last Food Truck Friday, we just took full pounds off. Could only
Do you give a discount for a full?
Yeah. Yeah.
Significant or?
So half pound of brisket is $13.75 and a full pound is $27. So that's that 26, $27.50, so 50 cents. Nothing's, crazy. The biggest is on ribs, where we're 15 and 28, I think. So you're getting a $3 or $2 discount on them.
So we're 15. We're actually 15 and 26. Yeah.
So you got a big discount. You got a $4 discount on yours.
Yeah.
So
we went through yesterday. We went through 16 racks of ribs.
Nice.
Problem is my girls on Saturday took pre-orders. So when I got done, I had to run to Walmart to get some ribs. Because that's the only place I can find them that are worth a damn.
Yeah. Brisket prices are starting to continue to climb. We're $4.79 is what I paid today at GFS. Or $4.75, I think, is what I paid at GFS today.
Let's see if Sam's changed, because Sam's has remained the same for quite a while. They were $4.98, or if we do a case, it was $4.78 for prime and $4.18 for choice.
Okay.
Today, yep, $4.18 for choice, and
Really?
according to the website, yeah, $4.78. So I'll probably go. But they still sell pork. They still sell pork butts for $2, and I've seen it as high as $2.50 a pound.
Yeah. So they make up for it other places, but yeah.
Where are you getting your ribs from?
GFS.
You buying the frozen ones, or do you order them and they ship them in for you?
Fresh. They don't ship them in. They carry them.
Oh, mine only carries frozen. Oh, well, that's right. You're doing tips. Never mind. You're doing the big ones.
Yeah. So spares. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I don't even know if they carry those. I don't remember.
Yeah, I like the spares. Generally, we've gotten some funky cuts on some of them, but the only problem with doing the full spares is you're going to get more variation in size, typically. Yeah. So you're going to get some really short bones. We're going to get a couple racks of those typically in a case. So, but we mix and match for the bigger racks, so that everybody's getting about the same.
You always love getting that 3-pack and that unknown middle one.
It's always the middle one.
Sam's dropped their 2-packs of full spares down to $2.78 a pound.
Yeah.
If you buy it by the case, it's $1.99 a pound.
That's really good.
They give a really big discount on their ribs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what prices are at Costco for brisket. I have not even been, because they've been a little bit higher than GFS, but
last time I was there. Oh, did I tell you we checked out the new Costco Business Center?
You did not tell me.
So in Southfield, they have a Costco Business Center.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a Costco with probably more bulk.
No pools or stuff like that, probably.
Yeah, no
electronic section. Yeah, no clothes.
I really wanted to go to see what their meat section looked like, because supposedly you can get like Wagyu brisket and all sorts of stuff. They had nothing. Like it was cleaned out.
Really?
Like I couldn't get anything, and their prices weren't any different. I mean, any different from regular Costco that I didn't have to
Okay.
drive an hour and 20 minutes for. They did have like restaurant supplies, like your pans and stuff like that, which were kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they didn't really have a lot that was, I would say, worth me going, once a month or something like that.
Yeah, I'll have to check out my Costco, see what their prices is. But yeah, every once in a while they are lower.
Oh, it must have been a thing. Pork spare ribs by the case, $2.74 a pound.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't buy the beef ribs from Sam's because they're almost $9 a pound. So you can buy whole, uncut cowboy steaks or the ribeye with the bones in it.
Yeah.
$13.48 a pound. Uncut.
Jesus. All right. That's it, everybody. We're done. It's that time already. And I got stuff to do. I got to go pick up Cambros from everywhere after I light my smoker.
Last thing, smoker doing well.
Which one?
Doing good. Whatever. Whatever one. The new one. The new one's going well.
Yeah, when the rare times that we're using it, yes, it's going well.
Oh, we're still chugging along with Old Red.
Old Red.
Oh, isn't it red?
No,
Oh, Old Black. What? Black Betty?
it is black. Yes.
You never named her?
Huh?
Never named her?
Yeah, it's Gert.
Oh, that's right. Gert the problem child.
So,
Anyway,
yeah, I mean, what it gets cooked on it is phenomenal. We're looking forward to. I tell you, we did some stuff for some sides like baked beans and stuff we did on there, and man, oh man, can't wait to be using that thing every day. So, if it wasn't such a pain in the ass to take stuff off that smoker and get it onto the trailer, and that step, yeah,
so
we probably would use it more.
What's our next step? Is that one ever going to be, or are we just waiting for this brick and mortar to go through?
Smoker gets installed July 6th, 5th, whatever Sunday is.
On the
get
back
put
of
on.
the trailer.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited for you now.
Well, good. I'm glad that you were excited.
Woo.
Yep. So, got to get that done. Got to get the propane line installed as well. So,
Yay.
trying to line up all the people so that now that the smoker has an install date, we have to have the propane line also installed that weekend, so we can actually use said smoker.
I mean, that would be,
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, it makes that week really weird.
a little tough.
Yeah. So,
All right. Cool.
anyways, yep. All that coming up soon in the next couple weeks. Skippy, I hope you have a good week. We're going to have a good week. Hope our listeners have a good week. Can't wait to hear all the sales numbers next week. Try not to make you mad at me.
Never mind. Just
I've heard lots of "I fucking hate you."
I mean, I think you hear that a lot anyway, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right, everybody, have a good week. See you later. Bye bye.